today I'm going to show you how to make this quick and easy textured twisted headband. It's super fast and easy to work up, and it's very textured and squishy. Great last minute present or stocking stuffer for someone this holiday season. So this is the final product of what it'll look like. What you'll need is a size 5 weight yarn. I'm using Charisma by Loops and Threads, or you can also use like 2 size 4 weight yarns together, and you hold 2 strands together if you'd like to do that method as well. But today I'm using my size 5 bulky yarn. You'll also need an 8mm crochet hook, some scissors, and a yarn needle. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so for this pattern, it's very simple. You need to know double crochet and single crochet. So it's very great for beginners. And what we're going to start with is we're going to start with a slip knot. And we're going to chain 13. Alright, so we're going to chain 13, and this is going to be the width of our headband. So we're going to be starting with the width of our headband, and we're going to be working each row and to achieve the length of our headband. So the width, you know, everything about this is very customizable, so you can make this for any size, kids, adults. The width, however wide you would like it, I found that 13 chain at the beginning will create a really good width to make sure that you are able to cover your ears, and so it becomes a really good warm headband. But again, you can make it any width you'd like. This is just how I made my pattern. So I'm going to chain 13, and I'm going to double crochet in the 3rd chain from my hook. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to yarn over and double crochet in that 3rd chain. And that's going to count as a single crochet technically right here, and my double crochet. And then I'm going to skip 1. So I'm going to skip this stitch, and then in this next stitch beside it, I'm going to single crochet and then double crochet in the same stitch. And we're going to be repeating that into the end of this. So I'm going to skip this. In the next stitch, single crochet, and then double crochet in the same space. Alright, and you're going to repeat that until the end. And once you get down to these last 2 stitches, you're going to skip this stitch and just put 1 single crochet in the last stitch. And then we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to put a double crochet in the single crochet stitch from the last space. So we'll put a double crochet there, and then we're going to skip this stitch, and we're going to put a single crochet and a double crochet in the single crochet space from the last row. And we're going to repeat that. So we're going to skip this stitch, and then a single crochet and a double crochet in that single crochet space from the last row. All right. Should be starting to see some texture happening. Alright, and again, skip the double crochet stitch, and then the next space, single crochet and double crochet. Alright, and you'll work that until your last stitch. And in the last stitch, you're going to put a single crochet. Alright, we've completed row 2. This is how it should be looking for you. And now it becomes easy for you. Every row after this will just be a repeat of that row 2. So you'll chain 1 and turn, and you'll put a double crochet in your first stitch. And then you're going to be skipping 1 stitch, and then in the next, single crochet and double crochet. And you'll repeat that, and just remember, once you get to your last stitch, right here, this stitch, is just going to be a single crochet. So you're going to start your row with a double crochet and end your row with a single crochet. All right, so I'm going to skip this one, single crochet, double crochet in the same space. And you'll just keep doing that, repeats of row 2, until you reach the length that you'd like. For this headband, it's an adult size headband. I went about 20 inches, so you can use a measuring tape if you like, or you can just wrap it around your head, whichever way of method that you prefer of measuring. I typically like to just wrap it around my head just so I know for sure that it fits me, but if you have a measuring tape, that could be useful as well. And then you can measure 20 inches and that will be perfect for an adult size head. And again, if you're doing child sizes, any other sizes besides adult, again, use a measuring tape, or if the person you're making it for is around, you can wrap around their head. But I will go ahead and post below what the typical head measurements are for each age group. Alright guys, and once you have repeated that row 2 until you've got the length that you want, again, for adults I use 20 inches because the yarn, it stretches a bit, so 20 inches is usually a good length for adult. So this is just a little sample that I'm making, so this one clearly isn't 20 inches, but I'm just doing this for video sake. So for the end, once you've reached your length, you're going to, cut your yarn. I would say about, 6 to 10 inches would be best, because you're just going to be using that tail to sew up these stitches here at the end. So you don't need a huge long tail, but about 6 to 10 inches would be good. So what you're going to do to get the twisty effect is you're just going to put it like this, and you're going to twist it like that. And then just take this edge, bring it up like this, so it's twisted, and then you're going to put these two ends together like this. So that's how you get the twist. I'll show it again. So it's laying flat. Take one of these corners, bring it up like this, and then take your fingers and hold all the corners like so, and just bring them together like that so they're flat. And then you'll use your yarn needle and your tail, and you will whip stitch these stitches together at the end, and it will create that twisty headband way. Or another way that you can do it, if you don't like the twist, you can just fold your headband in half like this, whip stitch across these stitches, and you can take some extra yarn and you can squish the front of it and just wrap some yarn around it. You can do that by, just taking your fingers and squishing it and taking some spare yarn and wrapping it around like this. And then you can take 2 of them in the back and just knot them. Just knot them in the back, and then it'll create this type of look if you want to use that method as well. Both would work really well with this because the headband itself gives off a lot of texture, so it's whatever you would prefer. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'd love to see all of your twisted headbands that you've made, so tag me on Instagram at Sierra's Crocheted Crafts. I can't wait to see. Happy holidays!